On the fairness to pros that you mentioned, one thing I forgot to mention in the pre our 5 minute pre brief, PTO bought Challenge.
Yeah, we absolutely should talk about that for a minute. I mean, I think it's what are your thoughts on that?
Um, so my thoughts on PTO are very mixed because the concept of PTO was awesome and I loved the idea of it. Um, Obviously, it did not turn out that way, right? The initial idea of pooling money and resources and getting backers from inside the sport to allow more professionals to be able to do this as their living instead of as their side hustle um, was a fantastic idea. And then it evolved to whatever it is, top 20 being locked in, and basically they ended up in the same position that they were in before, just with there was more money, but it was still only for those guaranteed slots. So I think that Challenge as an organization, and still family, we're still family owned and all that up till this point. I don't know how much the family's going to be involved. I think they are top tier. And so what I hope is that people from in that organization come into PTO and can create more of a merge that is beneficial all the way around and then bring more money in to help those events, because like Wanaka was big and obviously Roth was huge, but most of the other ones kind of fly under the radar, even though they're well run events, but they just don't have the state brand power, I guess, or naming power. So hopefully the PTO backing lifts those up, and the smart people that have been involved in Challenge stay involved and can bring some of that pizzazz and flair and eventship over to PTO. What about you?
Yeah, no, I agree. And I think, ultimately from the athlete side, I think competition is good,
Yes.
right? Especially in this world where registration fees have continued to go up. And look, I get it. Like in my head, like I still remember the first time I saw like 70.3 Augusta was like $320, and I was like $320, but like that was a long time ago, right? But so I guess I don't know, maybe I'm showing my age a little bit, but so I look at some of these registration fees or even what 70.3 or Ironman World's registration fees are, and I'm just like, what the fuck? But everything's more expensive right now, right? It's kind of part of the way of the world, but I think competition is good. And I think competition, when there's good competition, does a lot for in any industry
Yep.
to keep prices in check for the customers, which is a good thing because at the end of the day, we should want more athletes racing.
Yep.
And anything that provides more opportunities for athletes to race at a reasonable cost, I think is really good.